Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed our show yesterday when I introduced my sister to you, a lovely lady. I'm still with her today like I promised you. We were doing now the part 2 of this show, which is now we are letting her tell us what mental illness is all about or disorder. Kusi watu wengi wanaelewa na pengine you're going through this na ujui na uelewi, au pengine uko na mtoto uko na yeye akona hii shida na haujui. Na pia what my sister keeps saying, it is okay not to be okay. Yeah, so Shiro, you were telling us about mental illness. Now, I just want you to know, because you're the one who knows what the illness is all about.
Yeah.
Now, your disorder, whatever you described, depression, try and break it down.
Okay.
As in layman's language as you can for our viewers who are watching.
True, yeah.
Wajue. So this is your show, basically. I want you to give me your journey of mental health, what it is, where it starts, how it started, just tell me. Yeah.
All right, thank you for having me once again. So we'll start with the first misdiagnosis that I got. That was in 2010 November, towards the end of November. So the reason why I sought to see a psychiatrist 2010 November is because, just like everyone else knows out there, I put this out there, I had a son. And I got pregnant in 2010, and then I gave birth, and then my son, 3 months later, unfortunately, he passed on. And I guess that's a story for another day, but people know this already, it's been out there. And sorry for saying this, so trigger warning, I attempted suicide on the 3rd week of November. That is basically a month after losing my son. And after that happened, I was taken to hospital. I was taken to the high dependency unit because I had taken some chemicals and whatnot. And after I came to, everyone was there. You were there, our brother was there, your friends were there, and everyone was crying. And I felt a combination of, I was angry. I even remember I was angry at our sister-in-law for her, because she's the one who saved me. She's the one who found me on the floor, removing foam from my mouth. So I remember being mad at her, asking her, why have you saved me? Because I never knew that this is something that I would come to regret later on. Because at that particular moment when I attempted suicide, I wanted to die. I wanted to end the pain. And the misconception that people have about suicide is that people who commit suicide are selfish. That's not the thing. People who commit suicide are humans, and they don't want to die actually. They want the pain to stop. Anyway, moving on, before I got discharged in the hospital.
So at this point, do you have any other underlying or accumulated issues, or was it this trigger that you had lost your son?
I thought, at that time, that I was killing myself. I was trying to kill myself because of losing my son. That is what I thought. Because you see, when I gave birth, I felt so fulfilled. I felt so fulfilled with my baby. Like, I felt like literally this baby is fulfilling every need that I've ever wanted. Like, I'm a first-time mom, and I was loving him so much. And when he got taken away from me, and I'd keep in mind that I'd dropped out of campus when I got pregnant, so I was like, I literally have nothing in this world to live for. So I thought that was the trigger. Yeah. So now moving on, before getting discharged, the doctors advised me to see a psychiatrist, which I did. And unfortunately, the psychiatrist that I saw the first time, the one that gave me the misdiagnosis, also died from suicide, ironically enough. Yes.
What?
I know, but years later though. It's crazy. Actually, you'd be surprised to find out that 70% of psychiatrists also suffer from mental illness.
I've had that.
Yeah.
I've had that, and they actually, even look at their lives, they're broken, they're from probably the
alcoholics and all those things.
Yes, they are loners, they are lonely, and they probably use their patients as therapy.
I think that is the case, because it was mom who brought the news to me, and I was so shocked, but I was also not surprised, because in as much as he was trying to help me, I could tell that this man, was not okay. So he diagnosed me with bipolar, and he diagnosed me with bipolar disorder, type 2.
Bipolar?
Bipolar.
First of all, what is bipolar?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a common word, and yes, I understand
people use
why.
it as an adjective, actually, which is wrong. People use that word as you're so bipolar. It's not wrong. It's not right.
And I understand now, earlier yesterday, when you said that it's a Muzungu's disease.
That's what people say.
Because bipolar, me, the first time, honestly, I had it in the movies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the doctor, Mr. Marete, he diagnosed me with bipolar disorder type 2. Now, bipolar is a mood disorder. It's a condition where your moods usually fluctuate from being happy to being sad, to being angry to being happy, to being irrational to being calm in split minutes, in split seconds. And at that particular time, it made sense to me because that is how I used to see myself. I used to see myself like, you come to talk to me. You even mentioned it one time. You're like, sometimes I think something is wrong with you, because one time we were laughing with you. Then a few minutes you come to play with me again. I'm like, just leave me alone. When you were okay, but that was when Kitambo Sana you were small. So at first I thought it made sense, and I was like, oh, okay. So he started me off on 4 types of medication. There was lithium and other meds that I can't remember right now. And the thing is, I was not getting better. If anything, I was getting worse. I was getting worse.
The drugs were affecting you?
Not even the drugs were not helping me, and the symptoms that I was having were getting worse than how I was actually feeling, worse than how I was feeling even before the meds.
So,
So now that we're talking about now the year of 2013, 14, and 15. I am on meds for the wrong diagnosis. I'm not getting better. So I started confiding in my friends then, and I say then because right now, I'm sorry, they're just people I used to know, or rather acquaintances right now. We are not as close as I am with them, because I kind of feel like they're also part to blame, because I used to tell them, God, Miss Yonika niko poa. Me na feel like I'm not normal. Me, there's something wrong with me. And you know what their response was? She wanapenda attention. Hizo ni vitu zako. Unataka tu attention.
Yeah, actually, because even there are so many people who be like, sorry to say, sister yako anatafuta fame through you.
Through me.
In social media.
I had to a point where I even believed it myself. I used to believe it myself. Like, do I really want to be famous like my sister? You know, like,
because when it comes to reality, you're this shy, withdrawn. You don't talk. Then I'm like,
yes, people get.
Then
shocked
when I look at you in
the
social
first time.
media, I'm like, who is this person now?
That's
You're
the
like
thing.
Two different people.
Yeah, and that is when someone meets me for the first time and they know me through Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, they're like, what? Are you sure you've not sent someone else to come represent you? This is not the shit that I know from Facebook. Because on Facebook, I'm like, like,
what I should be doing, because I'm in the career, in the industry.
But you come to a place I am at a social gathering, I'm all like this. Yeah. I'm not talking. And you wonder, like, what is this? It's because on social media, I am behind a keyboard. You cannot see me.
Okay. So finally, moving after the
misdiagnosis, yeah. So for 3 years, I'm taking bipolar meds, and I am not getting better. And then in 2015, and another thing is, when you have bipolar, some of the characteristics or the symptoms are you engage in reckless behavior. I used to drink every day. You also engage in misusing of finance. Misuse of funds. Like, salary yangu ilikuwa inaingia tu hivi yote na swipe. Nilikuwa naenda Krodadi Mombasa Road, and I used to drink like half my salary that night. But then guys, I'm not making this stuff up. This is as real as it gets. And when you go and Google the symptoms of bipolar, I used to have those symptoms. So I used to believe, yes, I'm having bipolar, but mbona siponi? Because na take dawa. I used to go for sessions at Doctor's Plaza. Still, I'm not getting better. And then the doctors used to add more meds to me. I was like, So now, 2015, December 31st, ushering in 2016, I went out. This is something actually I've never told anyone, so I'm bringing it out there for the first time. I went out.
You do realize, Mommy, what is this? Is your child?
Mom is the best person ever. So it's all good.
We know.
I drank and drank and drank. I used to live in Embakasi, just outside Cabanas, and I drank and I drank, and I went home at around 6 in the morning. No, it's 1st January 2016, and I passed out at the entrance of the gate of our building, and hapo kuna kwanga na beach, nikalala hapo. That was the first time. I used to see people on the streets drunk. I'm like, how do you drink to this position? I used to ask myself that. Nililala hapo.
Look at my face.
I know, right? Even me, it gets better or it gets worse. And then the person who came to wake me up is the pharmacist. There used to be a pharmacy at our ground floor. Ndio alikuja kuniamsha, akaniambia uko sawa. When he woke me up, I was feeling shaky. I was feeling nauseated. My head was buzzing. So alinichukua, akanipandisha hadi second floor. Second floor, akanifungulia nyumba, then he put me akaniekelea juu ya bed, and then he said I could hear him, but I was fuzzy, and then he said, I will call me when you wake up. Na akafunga mlango na kaenda. Nilikuwa najisikia 7 p.m. jioni. Like, I have never gotten to that position.
What were you drinking?
And everything. It was New Year's Eve. Come on, welcome here. Anyway, so now that's the day I made the decision. You know what? Nairobi is not doing it for me. Oh, and also I'd also lost my job a month before that, and I'd not told anyone. I'd not told anyone that I'd gotten fired from my job. So I made the decision to move to Mombasa, and I moved in January 10th, 2016. At first, I didn't start working at the hotel industry. A friend of mine hooked me up with a job at Bella Vista. It has 3 clubs in Mombasa, so I was the karaoke hostess. Because even in Nairobi, there's a time I used to host karaoke, so I had experience with that. And so actually that is what ilinishikilia, you know, like buying food, bills and whatnot. And then come June, I got employed by a very nice big hotel. That's Serena Mombasa. Very good employer, by the way. And then 6 months after that, that is when our staff nurse, Dr. Miriam, again, be blessed, she called me to her office, and she told me, Jackie, I've been like observing you for the last 6 months, and it appears like you have a condition, and is it okay if I could like cancel you? And I felt inclined to be open with her, and I told her, actually, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder 5 years ago. And then she said, oh, is that so? Okay, fine, that's still okay, but would you mind getting another diagnosis? Can I send you to a psychiatrist?
What is it that made her call you aside, not someone else? What is it that she noticed? She felt that she needs to cancel you.
She told me that she noticed, she, being the staff nurse, she used to come to the front desk a lot of times, yeah, to get paperwork and whatnot. And I was working at the front desk. So she told me that she noticed, there's times she would even sit at the business center and look at me, and she would notice my mood change. Within 30 minutes, I've had like different types of moods. And that is what actually, she saw that. And actually the reason she said that is because she also has someone close to her, in her family, who also has the same condition. Mm-hmm. And she felt inclined to help me.
So you start talking to Dr. Nurse Miriam?
She introduced me now to my former psychiatrist when I was still in Mombasa. His name is Dr. Mangombe. Also the best, because if it's not for those two, I think I'd still be thinking that I have bipolar.
Where is Dr. Mangombe in Mombasa? Is he still in Mombasa?
He is still based in Mombasa.
He's a psychiatrist.
He is a psychiatrist that deals with people with mental disorders and substance abuse.
So where do we find him?
At Ambalal building, but he used to work in the hospital, but now he's doing his own private practice.
Right.
The building is Ambalal House in Mombasa. Mm-hmm. So now I saw the psychiatrist, and when you have a personality disorder, there are types of tests that you do. The first one is called shock therapy. Now let me explain. Shock therapy, someone may think is no, it's not that. Basically, shock therapy is just having a one-on-one conversation with the psychiatrist, but he or she is actually going deep. He is asking you things that no one has ever asked you before. He is telling you things that no one has ever told you before.
Saying things to you like you are like, maybe you're under denial.
Under denial.
You've been under denial all this time, but once he says it, you're like, by the way,
yes,
that part has always been there. It's just probably fixed.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Because the first thing that he told me, that he noticed with me, is that I really like pleasing people, and it felt like mind blown.
Do you?
Oh God! Like no.
Oh, okay. Oh, you healed. You healed from trying to please people, because it's like,
yes, right, yeah, I know.
Because if there's anyone who I know, don't let anybody hurt you, block that person. And I'm like, calm down.
Yeah. So,
I thought I was the one who liked pleasing people. Anyway.
So now he started me off with 6 types of medications and 3 session therapies thrice a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And he started me off with amitriptyline. I'm just gonna name the terms in case you have
just
any experience.
Just say the term and tell us what it does. What's it supposed to do for you?
Yes, I hope I can remember all of them. So there's the one that I am on right now, because it's just one. It's called fluoxetine or Prodep. That is a mood stabilizer. And then there's amitriptyline. That is for the mood disorder. And then there is lithium. Actually, I'd told him about the lithium, yeah. And by the way, the reason I got the misdiagnosis, it was not my former psychiatrist's fault. It's because I actually came to learn that 60% of mental illness patients get misdiagnosed. People with BPD get misdiagnosed with bipolar. Sorry, people with borderline personality disorder.
What is borderline disorder?
Personality disorder. It's a personality, it's a brain disorder, meaning that my brain does not produce enough serotonin. Serotonin is a chemical that usually makes your brain to produce happy thoughts and calm thoughts. It's a brain disorder. I basically have a brain disorder, not a mood disorder.
Okay. What? This is a medicine class. We can't really do all that. I think Shiro, with the main medical terms, because I'm personally lost.
It's fine. Let me just break it to you in a layman's language. So my brain has a disorder because it does not produce enough serotonin, which I mentioned earlier. What causes BPD? Let me just use the word BPD because now we know what it is. It's usually brought by many things. One can be where you were brought up, your environmental place. 2 can be genetic factors, and 3 can be childhood trauma. So those are the 3 main triggers.
Genetic factors.
You're okay. You're not mad. You're fine.
No. Because come on, I also went through depression and alcoholism. And, but is it part of a disorder? Hiding away, because I know alcoholism is like
depression is
escape.
Depression is a mood disorder.
Okay.
Your brain is fine. That's what you're asking.
No, trust me.
I'm joking. So now you see the thing why I have the last since now 2016 December when I started now getting the right diagnosis and the right treatment, my whole life changed.
Oh.
For starters, I held on to that job for 5 years. Hello. I've never held a job for more than 6 months. And I held on to that job. The only reason actually I'm not working there anymore is because COVID.
So that is a good thing.
That is a positive. That's the main thing.
Wow.
Second of all, I was able to keep friendships. I used to have friends then, and no one would want to be my friend for more than a month or 2. Then my mom is like, well, she stopped talking to me.
Because they don't understand
you. They don't understand me. Why today I'm shouting at them, tomorrow I'm moody at them. You'd get tired of me. I would get tired of me. I mean, I'm not blaming them. But I started appreciating and valuing my friends.
Good.
I started being the bigger person. Like kitambo, if I fought with you and I knew makosa ni yangu, you come and apologize to me. By the way, if you feel you want to go, you want to go. But I know when I mess up, I hate hurting people. I really don't like hurting people.
That I know.
Yeah, so when hurting someone, Angel, is inevitable. You can't say that you'll never hurt anyone. We always end up hurting people inevitably. But with me now, when I hurt someone, I tell them, what I said, what I did, it wasn't right. I'm sorry.
Do you know, I also want to defend those people who hurt you. Because personally, number one, it's in genetics. We come from we have sarcastic responses. And sarcasm, sarcasm can be
comes from the family. Both mom and dad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then now we are the kids, and here we are. So I know sarcasm can end up being hurtful.
Very.
If you get it, especially.
And you know what my psychiatrist told me? That I use sarcasm to deflect a lot of trauma. And when he said that, I was like, what I'm hearing is, you think I'm funny. And then he's like, you see
I'm telling you the truth. So if you didn't get it, I'm sorry. That's your problem.
And I stopped doing that. I stopped using humor and sarcasm to deflect.
So I think we'd also want, if you're having this disorder, to have the power. If someone says something that riles you up or hurts you up, I think you should also have the, they don't know that you're dealing with a mental issue.
Yes.
Also have the power to say, excuse me, I did not like how you responded to me. I didn't like when you did this. This offended me. But, in a very respectful way.
Let me cut you short. I do that, but I can't do it in real time. And you want to know why? Because if you say something to me right now that will hurt my feelings or something that will trigger me, I need to take time alone and digest that. Whether I'll cry, whether I'll watch a movie, whether I'll overeat, binge eating, and then the next day I'll come and tell you, by the way, Angel, you said this, Jana, and it didn't. Because if I decide to do it then I still haven't. Keep in mind,
which I think is okay.
I haven't healed yet. This is a journey. Having BPD is a journey, and just like diabetes, it's not curable, but it's manageable. So there are days I have good days. My moods are over the roof, and there are days even you call me and I'm not answering your call. I'm just looking at it like this.
That I know.
It's not that you've wronged me.
Yeah.
It's because even the moment the phone rings,
or I call you, you'll say, "Seno." I had such good news. This just goes.
You see, and sometimes my friends, they sometimes they would understand, but when I do these things, it's not like I'm doing it maliciously.
Yeah.
It's like at that moment I literally have zero energy to participate in any social.
So how long has it been since you discovered your disorder?
It's been, I'm going to say, since December 2016. So this is like the 5th year now. We're going to 5 years in December.
Okay. So you said by saying you were taking a number of pills, but now you're only on one.
Which is a good thing, yes.
Which means, is it lifetime or you in time?
Now that's the thing, it's the fear of the unknown. I don't know, because you see, I'm only on one type of medication, but there's a time when I'll go see a psychiatrist and then add me another, which I'll take it for week or two, and then back to this one. The one that I'm taking right now is called fluoxetine, or the generic term is Prodep. It's a mood stabilizer. And the reason I don't take it every day. I only take it when, when you're about to have this, we call it a manic episode in the biological term. Manic episode is, okay, in a layman's language, going crazy.
Unatupa mbao.
Unatupa mbao. Ikisikia nataka kutupa mbao na meza hizo dawa.
Okay.
And it stabilizes my moods. And
yeah. But don't you feel like by having those meds, you kind of own a condition? You kind of believe, but nasikia nika natupa mbao kwa sababu inafaa kunywa dawa. Don't you feel that makes you, I mean, it's normal even for just a normal human being to feel, I'm going crazy, this is not working, this is not doing that.
For a normal human being, right? But keep in mind,
I'm not saying you're not normal.
No, that's the thing. I want to correct you. You're saying for normal human beings, we all get agitated with life. Now, for someone with BPD, if something goes wrong in their life, that's it. You see, like right now, if you were to walk here and then you drop this tripod and cameras, you'd be like, you'd be frustrated, right? For like a second. Me, when that happens, my day...
No, I'd really cry because this is a major investment.
No.
Okay, anyway.
My point is, for me, a small inconvenience to us is a big deal.
Okay, I get you.
A big deal.
All right, so apart from the meds, let's put the meds, let's wait for the good doctor to tell us about that.
NBC.
Okay.
No kidding.
Wow.
I know, right? Very pre-marketing.
If you didn't get that, too bad.
I know, right? Yes.
So, apart from the meds, let's just say to the day-to-day. Is there maybe, because I love my swimming and I know it relieves me, is there something that you do? Because I know you love kids. I know you love taking your own videos with my daughter all the time. She's always, Mom, give me that phone. I do TikTok. Yeah.
I know.
So I know you're really good with kids.
Yeah.
I know you're a kind person. You're friendly. People say she's so sweet. Sika sister. Well, trust me, I'm a good person.
She is.
Anywho, is there a daily routine that you think you can incorporate? Because nowadays I've noticed that you love doing cooking.
Which surprises people.
It surprises me.
It surprises you. Guys, I know how to cook. Do you know I know how to cook?
I did all the cooking.
Because I was the last born.
Anyway,
I was spoiled.
So, wacha tumalizie Shiro. Nowadays, I know you left the hotel industry.
Yes, I did.
And you've gone all independent. Tell us about your new entrepreneurship.
So at the moment, since Mombasa is very close to my heart and it will always be dear to my heart, I decided to open a shop that is more related to Mombasa. It's called Mambo Pwani. Now, Mambo Pwani is a shop. It's in Mushada.
I like that. It has a good ring, Mambo Pwani.
Mambo Pwani. Yeah, wow. Even when you see the banner on the road.
Where did you say?
Mambo Pwani.
Yes.
So even when you see the...
Where is it?
It's on Limuru Road in Mushada. After Ruaka on your way to Banana. You know Mushada is a word that people use for shags. Guys, Mushada is a real place.
Yes. Yeah, we're brought up from the Mushada area.
Mushada is a real name.
Mushada is used to make people like when mtu mshamba sana you're unaware.
Umetoka Mushada hivyo.
Shiro. Mushada. Hello. So your shop is in Mushada?
My shop is in Mushada, opposite the biggest bar in Mushada called Kenge. Directly opposite.
Oh my goodness. Marketing.
Yeah. So Mambo Pwani, guys, I sell, first of all, there's the snacks. That's mabuyu, achari, kashata, jugwasali, labania.
All those are nutritional.
Sim, they all have nutritional values. Then it comes to the other things like leso, pareo. Pareo are those shawls you tie on your waist when going to the beach. Vikoi, dira, customized bags, spices, cereals, man. You should drop by my shop. And because now for someone like me who's done hospitality, and the hotel industry right now with COVID happening is dead as it can be, I just decided to, you know, get out of employment. And
you're doing a good job. I love what you're doing, because you're also online. You're selling your products online.
On my social media, yeah.
So tell us quickly, where can we find you, on which social media online, if you want products to be delivered?
Yes. So first of all, when it comes to social media, I am on all social media platforms. Instagram, Shi Warungi. Twitter, Shi Warungi. Facebook, Jacqueline Warungi. And I also have a Mambo Pwani shop _ on Instagram. You could follow me and you will make your order. The number is
give us your number.
Give us your number.
Your business number.
My business number. Yeah, my business my business number.
Wow.
I mean,
take those meds.
I already did. But anyway, my business number, and also if you want it delivered to you, if you can't make it to Moshada, because I understand we're all busy and everything, I could deliver it to you at the CBD at only 100 shillings extra.
Wow. Yeah. Sounds good.
It is.
Sounds fresh.
It is.
So
to wrap up, by the way, just the how much mental health matters to me.
Yeah.
I went ahead and drew this tattoo.
Oh, there's that.
Yeah, and everyone asks, "Yo, nini umechora?" So let
me too. What's that?
First, it's a semicolon. You remember in English, a semicolon used to indicate that the sentence is not over, right?
This is okay.
This is a semicolon, yeah? So a semicolon is a tattoo. It's a message of affirmation in solidarity with people who struggle with suicide and other mental conditions.
Wow.
Yeah. And I know my mom was against, our mom was against putting a tattoo, but after I tried and explained this to her, alitulia, because I like, she even sent me Deuteronomy 23:18. It says, don't tattoo yourself, but I think it's okay. But yeah,
we'll bring mom soon. You'll have to meet our mom, by the way.
She's the best.
Yeah.
She's like
she birthed us. It doesn't make
She's
sense.
so amazing. Right?
Anyway. So thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel. That's been my baby sister. Still is my baby sister. Still carry her as a baby sister. Sometimes she keeps going, Shko, I'm not a baby anymore.
I am not. I am over 30.
It's just like, mom, I mean like 40, and she still thinks I'm a kid.
But we all
Shiko.
Me, if I tell my mom I'm going out past curfew, she's gonna call me at 10 on the dot. Achi, are you home yet?
Are you home?
No, not yet. I had to lie to her a few days back that I'm home and I wasn't.
Anyway, we're not talking about mom. We can just stop talking.
I know, stories in mob, so yeah.
So thanks, Shi, for coming.
We should do this some other time.
Yeah, we definitely will be having more other shows. Now we're going to show you the real us, alright? We are chalk and cheese. Chalk, cheese.
I don't know what that means.
It means we're not the same. You can't eat chocolate and cheese. Jesus, sorry. Still teaching you, baby sister. So we are going to be having more shows, anyway, different shows. I'm going to bring my mom in and see how deep she is. She's like the best motivational speaker ever. And I thank you guys. Keep it at Angel Warungi YouTube channel, and let's keep inspiring lives. Thank you and God bless you.